already joined us here. Hope you guys are doing well and your preparations are going good too. Well, this is the third session of this particular booster batch for your reasoning section. Okay, so we have already had two sessions in here. Today, again, we will be having the third session. So, again, I have taken some questions from miscellaneous, some puzzles, and all right. So, let's quickly start the session. Good evening, everybody. So, let's quickly check the questions for today. But before that, I hope that everybody has downloaded the app for Oliveboard. If you have not downloaded the app, please go to Play Store and download the app. And also, I hope that you have subscribed to the official channel of Oliveboard. नहीं किया है subscribe तो जल्दी से subscribe भी कर लीजिए इस particular channel को. ठीक है? चलो. So let's quickly have a look at the first question. The first question is there on your screen. Silogs, a very scoring topic that we can have in your prelims examination. Something that will not take much time. ठीक है? ज़्यादा time नहीं लेता है. So let's check, right? Let's try. Let's try this out very quickly. What should be the answer here? Very good evening, everyone. Chalo, quickly try and tell me what should be the answer here. Adarsh, ऐसा नहीं है. I am there for both, right? I will be having the session at 8 p.m. on the banking channel as well. तो बैंकिंग का भी आपका 8 बजे सेशन है, ठीक है? तो रेगुलेटरी में भी मैं ले रही हूँ सेशन. सो बोथ आई एम डूइंग. चलो जल्दी से इसका आंसर बताइए. व्हाट शुड बी द आंसर हियर? चलो लेट्स ट्राई. ठीक है, देखते हैं इसको कैसे करना है. सो यू कैन सी थ्री स्टेटमेंट्स एंड देन देयर आर फोर डिफरेंट कंक्लूजन. सो वी विल सी विच कंक्लूजन विल बी ट्रू इन हियर. Now let's try. Okay, so all chairs are table. So all chairs are table. That means chairs has to be inside table. All chairs are table will be something like this. Mudit says it should be none. Okay, we'll check. All sofas are furniture. No chair is sofa. So no chair is sofa will be something like this. That is chair and sofa should not interact. And then we have all sofas are furniture. So all sofas are furnitures will be drawn like this. So this is the basic diagram that we have here. Now let's the conclusion. Some tables are furniture is not a possibility. So some tables are furniture is not a possibility. It is wrong. Why? Because some tables are furniture is a possibility is right. So not a possibility will be false, right? So this is wrong here. No table is sofa. You can see no table is sofa will be right because there is a portion of table which can interact with sofa. We could have table like this as well, right? So you can see they can interact with each other. So not the right one. Some furniture is not chair. Again, you can see some furniture is not chair. This is going to be right here. Why? Because there is a portion of furniture which can never go inside your chair. And that portion is sofa. You can see sofa can never be a part of chair and this sofa is inside furniture. So absolutely there is some portion of furniture which will never be a part of chair. ठीक है, तो 3 तो true है. ठीक है. What about the fourth one? Some sofas are not table. Some sofas are not table. No, that is wrong here because we could have drawn the table like this as well. Table को हम इस तरह से भी draw कर सकते थे, है ना? So you can see the answer has to be only 3 follows. That is the third one. Okay, Mudit, it won't be 5. The third one is true here because there is some portion of furniture which will never be a part of chair. Okay, chalo. Next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Let's try. So now we have three statements and three conclusions. चलिए जल्दी से इसका आंसर बताइए. Let's see what should be the answer in here. Next time onwards we'll try to have some questions with timer, right? Next time से timer के साथ करने की कोशिश करेंगे. चलो, anybody for this one? Okay, let's try this. ठीक है, देखते हैं क्या आंसर आना चाहिए. All villas are mansions. So all villas are mansions will be drawn like this. That is, let's say this is villa here. So all villas are mansions will be something like this. Some mansions are buildings. So we will have buildings like this. Okay, some buildings are mansions. All houses are buildings. So all houses are buildings will be like this. Everything is positive in here. Now first one, some houses are mansion. You can see some houses are mansion. That is a possibility, not a definite one. They can interact, but not a definite one. है ना? So wrong. Some buildings are villa. Again, you can see building and villa independent of each other. They may interact, but not again definitely. So not the right one. All houses being mansion is a possibility. This is going to be true here because you can see there is no negative information here. So all houses being mansion is a possibility. We could have taken your houses here as well. So yes, that is true here. So again, the answer has to be only 3 follows. Are we clear, everybody? ठीक है, तो आंसर क्या आएगा? Only 3 follows. ठीक है, चलो, very quickly next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Let's try. चलो जल्दी से इसका आंसर बताइए. Very quickly, what should be the answer in here? Could you please explain definite and possibility cases? What should be taken in mind to solve this? Okay, I'll explain. Don't worry. Okay. Chalo, let's try. Okay, let's see what should be done here. Okay. So what is given here? It is said no evil is good. Okay. So first we will make the basic diagram here, Mudit. So how do we draw the basic diagram? No evil is good. That means evil and good should not interact with each other. Let's say this is the circle of evil. This is the circle of good. So they will never be a part of each other. This is no evil are good. Okay. Similarly, no average is intelligent. Some intelligent are evil. So some intelligent are evil will be something like this. Let's say this is your some intelligent are evil. That means there has to be a definite interaction between the two. So always remember, when we make the basic diagram, we have to make the minimum interaction possible, right? That is, the minimum interaction has to be there. Okay. So whatever is given in the statement, only draw that. Like here, we could have drawn your eye like this as well. But in the statement, there is no definite information that I and G should be interacting with each other. So whatever has been given, we will draw that only. Okay, so you can see it was given some intelligent are evil. So we will draw this only, that yes, there has to be a definite interaction between the two. Now no average is intelligent. So no average is intelligent will be like this. We just know that average and intelligent should never be a part of each other. Okay, so this is the diagram that we have. So you can see this is the minimum interaction diagram where we have drawn this basic diagram as per the statements which we have been given. Now the first conclusion, some average is not evil. Now this conclusion means that there is a definite part of average which will never be a part of evil. Now ask yourself the question, which is that portion of average which should never be a part of evil? What will happen if we take this average completely inside evil? Is it a possibility? You can see absolutely that is a possible here. Why? Because you can see it's still not a part of your I, right? So A can completely go inside E without interacting with your I. So all A being E is a possibility here. That is why there is no definite portion of A which should always be outside the boundary of E here. Okay, so that is why this is wrong. Similarly, second one, some intelligent are not good. Which portion of intelligent should never be good? You can see there is a common portion between I and E, right? So this common portion of I and E will never be a part of G. Why? because E can never be a part of G. So absolutely this portion, the common portion of I and E, can never be a part of G. So some intelligent are not good will be definitely right here. So you can see the answer has to be only 2. Okay. Are we clear everybody? So what will be the answer here? It will be only 2. Chalo. Next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Let's try. Okay, option C, that is either 1 or 2. Absolutely, Mudit, that would be the right answer. So let's quickly check. All persons are nice. That means persons have to be inside nice. Okay, all persons are nice. No nice is a day. So no nice is a day will be something like this. Then all days are helpful. So all days are helpful would be like this. This is the diagram here. Some helpful are person. You can see that's a possibility because you can see from the diagram that they do not have a definite interaction, but they can interact with each other. So some helpful are persons is a possibility. Similarly, no helpful is a person. That is also a possibility because you can see there is still a possibility of their interaction. Now, if you check these two, one of them have to be definitely true because either when some is true, that is when helpful is interacting with person, then no helpful is person will be automatically false. And when you make the second as true, that is no helpful is person, then the first will be automatically false here. So you can see when you make this as true, this becomes false. And when you make this as true, this becomes false. And that is why this will be a case of either or here. One of them should be definitely true. That is either helpful and person will interact or they will not interact. Okay. So that is why the answer has to be option number 3. Good job. Chalo. Next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Let's try. So what should be the answer? Only one, only two, both one and two. Okay, only two, Mudit. Chalo, let's check, right? Let's draw the diagram. All mobiles are telephones. So all mobiles are telephones will be like this. This is the first one. We'll connect it to the second one. Some telephones are wire. So some telephones are wire should be like this. Then no wireless is broadband. So no wireless is broadband will be like this. So this is the basic diagram here. First one says some broadband being wireless is a possibility. So some broadband being wireless is a possibility. How can that be true when we have already said that no wireless is broadband here? So if no is true, how can some be true here? So this is absolutely wrong. So ये तो गलत है. Second क्या बोल रहा है? At least some mobiles are broadband. This is your mobiles. This is your broadband. How can this be true here? You can see, Mudir, that this is a possibility, right? This is just a possibility. They are independent of each other. From the diagram, what is a definite conclusion? Definite conclusion is something which you can definitely see here. Okay, you can definitely see that there is some portion of T. Let's say if the question was that some T is not B, you can see that is going to be true. Why? Because there is a portion of T which will never be a part of B. Similarly, we can also see that some W is T. We can see that no, some B is not W, right? So that those type of things which you can see for definite will be the one which is definitely true. here this M and B is a independent entity. We could have taken this B and we could have drawn your B like this as well, because the negative information is between B and W. So you can see that there is a possibility of B and M's interaction. So if it is possible, how can we say that at least some mobiles are broadband? This is just a possibility. It is not given definite, right? ये definite नहीं है कि B and M will interact. This is just a possibility that we can draw it like this as well. So if the second one was given as a possibility, then it would have been true. But because it is given as a definite one, that is at least some mobiles are broadband, that means at least some is normal sum. That is some mobiles are broadband. That's just a possibility. Hence, this is also false here. So the answer should be what? The answer has to be none follows. Okay. चलो next question, a puzzle here. Let's quickly try this out. चलो जल्दी से इसको बनाइए, try करिए. Let's see what should be the answer in here. So once you complete the question, you have to tell me which is the book which has a yellow cover. Okay. So yellow cover किसका है? That is the question. Good evening, Shubham. And guys, next week, next week, Thursday, we will be having your decision making questions, which is very, very important for your regulatory examinations, right? So, decision making ka hum marathon karenge, where we will be talking about that how do we solve those questions and all. So, do not miss it. Next Thursday, 7 p.m. Okay. चलो लेट्स डू वन थिंग, लेट्स ट्राई टू कंप्लीट दिस टुगेदर. ठीक है, इसको देखते हैं किस तरह से करना है. So you can see there are 7 books kept in a shelf in a linear row. They have different subjects and each book has a different colored this one cover. Okay, so we need to find that which book is kept where and what is the color of each of the books. So let's see. The Hindi book has red cover. Okay, so Hindi has red. Now do we have anything that is fixed information here? You can see it is given the civics book was kept second from left end of the row. So civics should be second from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So civics is second from the left. Okay, this is going to be civics here. Also, the book with blue cover was kept at the right end of the row. So blue has to be at the right end here. Mudit says yellow is history. Okay, we'll check. So the blue is right end. So this is your blue here. Okay, so this is till here. It is fixed. It is not going to change here in any of the case. Now let's make the cases. There are two books kept between English and economy where the which had the black cover, where the former was kept to the left of the latter. What is the meaning here? That means we have English. Okay, so English, there are two books between English and economy, right? Something like this. So English and economy are kept at a gap of 2. Economy is black in color. Okay, so economics is black in color here, and the former is kept to the left of latter. So English and economics are at a gap of 2 such that economics is black in color. Okay, so this is the situation. Also, if you see, we have we have another information, that is the history book was kept to the immediate left of the book with black cover. So you can see that history has to be immediate left of black. That means history should be this one. Okay, so now just try to match it this one with this. Let's see where can we have. Okay, let's say if we take your English here, then we will have your history and economics here. That is possible. Similarly, English towards the extreme left and then history economics, that is also possible. So that means we have two possibilities in here. So let's try. This is blue, this is civics. Okay, so let's see. If let's say we take English here, then your history will be here with economics here and black here. This is one possibility. Similarly, we can have English here, then we have history here, then we have economics here, and you have your black here, right? So either of the two cases we can have. Okay, और क्या दे रखा है? Let's see. The brown cover book was immediate left of the yellow cover. So brown should be immediate left of yellow. Let's just make it note of it. So brown is immediate left of yellow. Okay, this is given here. Also, what we have here, the civics book is second from the left end. That is already done. We know that Hindi has to be red cover. That is also one information, that Hindi is red in color. Okay, we'll check that later. Also, we have the maths book was not kept at the end, so maths cannot be at the end. The white book, which was not of history, was third to the right of green. So now this information can be placed here, that white, which is not history, has to be third to the right of green here. So let's try. So white is third to the right of green. Where can we have white third to the right of green? In the first case, you can see white is this one. 1, 2, 3. Third to the right of green, that's possible. Okay, now let's say if we take white here, what will happen if we take white here? White is third to the right of green, can be like this as well. 1, 2, 3. Civics can be green here. But the problem with this situation will be that we will not be able to place your brown and yellow, है ना? तो brown and yellow को नहीं place कर पाओगे. That means this is not a valid case here, है ना? So green and white cannot be like this. So कहाँ पर लेंगे green and white को? You can see this will be green here, and green is third to the right of white, will be like this. Okay, similarly in this case, green, which is not, you can see the book, that is the white book, which is not history, has to be, okay, I have written it ulta, so just a second. So white is third to the right, है ना? So white is third to the right of green, will be like this, है ना? Similarly in this case, white cannot be history, so you have your white here and your third to the right of green here. But the problem with this case, what will be the problem here? You can see we had a Hindi which has to be red in color. Now you can see this is also green, this is also white, and we do not have anywhere which is completely vacant. मतलब ये वाला case तो invalid हो गया. Hence you will have this case as the valid one. Now you have to place your Hindi red. So you can see Hindi will be here, which is red in color. Okay, so this is going to be Hindi red. Now we have to place your brown and yellow. So brown is immediate left of yellow, will be like this. So this is the situation here. Yellow कौन है यहाँ पर मुदित? You can see yellow will be civics in here. Okay, history will be green in color. Now we are left with maths and one more book. It is given the maths book was not kept at the end. So if maths is not at the extreme end, that means maths has to be this one. And whatever is remaining will be the one that is blue in color. कौन सा बचा है? You can see we are left with science. So science will be the book that is blue in color here. Are we clear, everybody? Please let me know if we have any doubts in this particular question. Everybody clear? ये सबको समझ में आया? Please let me know, guys, if we have any doubts in here. Everybody clear? Chalo, we'll quickly go to the next question in that case. Next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. This is a question based on comparison. Okay, you have to compare the data, that is the number of questions that they have solved in a particular hour. Okay, chalo isko try kariye. Let's see. So once you complete the question, you have to tell me who is the person who has the third highest score. Okay, third highest score kiska hai? Third highest number of questions. Okay, Mudit has given the arrangement here. So as per your arrangement, R should be the one who is solving the third highest number of questions. Okay, so let's try it out. Let's see. It's a doable question, very easy. Generally, 3 questions are there of this particular format. Okay, let's check. So 6 bankers are there who are solving different numbers of reasoning questions in an hour. No 2 persons solved equal number of questions here. Okay, so 6 persons are there. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We know the number of persons who solved more than R was twice as that of the number of persons who solved more questions than you. So number of persons more than R has to be 2 times of something. That means we know that R ke pehle we should have even number of persons, right? It cannot be odd because it has to be twice of something. That means R can either be here such that we have 2 persons before him, or R can have 4 persons before him such that we have your U with 2 persons less than him. So if let's say we have 2 persons more than R, we should have 1 person who is solving less than U, because number of persons who solved more questions than R was twice as that of the number of persons who solved more questions than you. Sorry, so U has to be here in this particular case. So you can see if we have 2 persons before R, we will have 1 person before U. Similarly, let's say if we have 4 persons before R, we should have 2 persons before U. Okay, what is the hint given here? Understand it very, very carefully, Mudit. What is given here? Number of persons who are greater than R has to be 2 times of the persons who is greater than U. So if we have 2 persons greater than R, we should have 1 person greater than U. Similarly, if we have 4 persons greater than R, we should have 2 persons greater than U. Okay? So these are the 2 possibilities. Now what is given? P solved more questions than Q. Let's write it down. P has to be greater than Q but less than R. So after R, you can see there are at least 2 other persons. That means this is not the possibility, because isme to there is only 1 person who can be there after R. So that means the first one has to be the right one. Okay? Chalo, koi baat nahi Mudit. So you can see this is the situation. Now let's see. T solved more questions than P but did not solve the maximum number of questions. So T has to be greater than P and we should not have him as the maximum. That means there should be at least 1 person before T. Now the one who solved the second highest number of questions has 57 questions. That means this person should have solved 57 questions here. Okay. And the difference between the number of questions by P and U has to be 34. So that means you can see that P cannot be towards the left of U. Why? Because P se pehle we have to place your R also and we have to place your T as well. है ना? So you can see that P should be towards the right hand side of U. So now you can see that before your P, we have three people at least. We have R, we have T, and we have another person who is greater than T. So that means you have to place where P should be where. You will see P has to be here and this person will be Q here. Okay. And then we have your T and R. So you can see R is greater than P and Q and T is here. Okay. Because this T has to be greater than P such that T is not the maximum. Now, who is the only person remaining? You can see we are left with S here. So S will be this person here. Okay. So this will be the arrangement that we will be getting. Okay. Now the question is that what is the score by P here? It has to be 57 minus 34. Why? Because the difference between U and P has to be how much? It has to be 34. So 57 minus 34, what is the value here? You can see that's your 23. So that means P must have solved how many questions? 23 questions in here. Are we clear, everybody? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. Everyone clear with this? ये समझ में आया? ठीक है? चलो, we'll quickly go to the next question now. Next question on your screen, Chinese coding decoding, a very easy question here. Let's try. चलो जल्दी से इसको try करिए. Let's see. Anybody answer? HM is early? Okay, let's check, right? Let's see what is the first question. So what is the code for HM? Okay, so where do we see HM here? You can see HM is here and HM is here. Okay, HM is there in the second one and HM is there in the fourth one. Now, if you compare these two, you can see HM is common and LE is common between the two. But LE is there in the first one as well. That means LE has to be there in first, second and fourth. So we have to find the code for HM. So HM will be something that is there in the second, it is there in the fourth, but is not there in the first one. So let's compare the two. Always Mohan early is, studious early is. So you can see early is, and is there in the first one as well. That means is should be the one that will be for lay and early will be the one that is going to be for HM. Okay, so early is the answer for this. Okay. इसका क्या होगा? We have already seen that is has to be lay, right? Lay will be the one that is for is. So this is your lay. And studious late we have to find. So studious will be what? We have already seen that early is your lay and HM. So that means studious has to be JA, right? So we will be getting JA here. And late कैसे निकालेंगे? What is the code for late here? You can see late is there in this one and it is not there anywhere else. If you check, Ram is here, Ram is here. Always is here, always is here. That means late is an exclusive word which is not seen anywhere else. That means its code should also be exclusive in nature, which should not be used anywhere else. So which is that particular word that is not used anywhere else? You can see 2 is here, 2 is here. So this cannot be the one for late. Similarly, if you see your Ra, you can see Ra is here and Ra is here. That means Ra also cannot be for late. Ra nahi hoga mudit, kyunki Ra hota so late should have been there in the second also, because Ra is there in the second also. So Ra cannot be the one. You can see it has to be SY. So SY will be the one that will be for your late. Okay, so it will be Ja SY. Okay, are we clear everybody? Okay, so this will be the answer to the 3 questions. Chalo, next question very quickly. Let's have a look at this one. A direction sense question. Let's try. So the question here is, which of the following statements regarding K is definitely false? Now definitely false is something which should never ever be true. That means there should not be any possibility for it to be true. It has to be definitely false. Like let's say if we say K is to the east of A. So K is to the east of A, we know that. And similarly, let's say if we have A is to the north of B here. So we know that if that is the situation, so we will have, let's say, K is to the west of your B. So that will be something which has to be definitely false, right? So definitely false has to be something which can never be true. Okay, there should not be any possibility for it to be true. So draw the diagram and let's see which of the following out of the 3 is definitely false. Only 3. So third one is definitely false. Chalo, let's try, right? Let's draw the diagram. M is to the north of N. So M is to the north of N will be like this. N who is to the northeast of O. So we know N has to be northeast of O. So O will be something like this. O and D are south of P and K respectively. So O is to the south of P, right? O has to be towards the south of P, something like this. We do not know what is the length of this OP here, and D has to be towards the south of K. P is to the east of D. So we know that P has to be towards the east of D, right? So P is towards the east of D. So D will be something like this. And D is to the south of K. So D is to the south of K will be something like this. Okay. Now, which of the following? If D, P and N are in the straight line, so the diagram here will be something like this, right? It is also given if D, P, N are in a straight line. So you will see the diagram will be something like this. This is your D, this is your P, and this is your N. And then we have your M here, right? And N is somewhere to the, this one, O. Okay, so this is the situation here. And we do not know that what is the distance between this D and K, right? This is the diagram that we will be getting here. Okay, this type of diagram we are getting here for sure. Now it is said which of the following is going to be definitely false in here. First one says K is to the west of M. You can see absolutely that's a possibility. That is, let's say if this length is equal to this length, so K can be to the west of M, right? It's a possibility here that K is to the west of M. So if it's a possibility, it is not the one that is going to be definitely false in here. That means this is not the answer. Distance between KM, that is this one, is equal to distance between the sum of the distances between D and absolutely you can see KM and DN can be equal to each other. If K is to the west of M, you will see that it will be forming a rectangle here. So that is again a possibility. Hence, it is not the one which is going to be definitely false. K is to the north of O. This is going to be definitely false here because you will see that K will always be to the northwest of O. K can never be to the north of O. Okay, so that means the third one is the one which is going to be definitely false. Okay, I hope this is clear everybody. Chalo, next question. Very quickly on your screen, let's draw this. Let's see. So we have a stack based puzzle. Let's check. This should be box number, okay? Chalo, let's try this, right? Let's see how this particular question is to be done. So this is a stack based arrangement, that is one box kept over another. Okay, so let's see what is given here. 10 boxes kept in a stack such that lowermost is numbered 1 and the topmost is numbered 10. Now 3 boxes are there between G and F, and we know that G has to be a odd numbered box above box number 5. So above box number 5 we have two odd numbers. That means you can have your G either here or G can be this one, right? So there are two possibilities for G here, because G has to be on an odd numbered box above 5. Now 3 boxes between F and G, so 1, 2, 3, this can be your F. Similarly 1, 2, 3, this can be your F, either of the two situations. Okay. Now do we have any information that is your F and G? It is also given neither F nor G is immediately above or immediately below C. That means F and G should not be a neighbor of C. Okay. Now it is given one box is kept between C and A. So there should be a gap of one box between C and A such that C should not be adjacent to G or F. That means you cannot have your C here, 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 right? So these are not the possibilities here. So let's try out where can we have your C or A. You can see C can be this one, A can be this one. Similarly, your C can be, let's say C is here, right? This is a possibility, that is C and A here. Okay, one possibility is this one. And similarly, another possibility is when we take your A here and your C here, right? This is also a possibility that you take this one as A and this one as C. Okay, so you can see we have two possibilities in the first case itself. Okay, After that, where should we have this A and C? In the second case, what are the possibilities? Let's check. So we had your G here and your F here. So you can see C cannot be a neighbor of G. So C can be this one and A can be this one. This is one possibility. Now C cannot be here, 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 C cannot be here. So in the second case, we have only one possibility for your C and A. Okay. Apart from that, there is no other possibility. ठीक है, तो और कुछ तो इसमें नहीं बन रहा है. Okay, so let's remove this one from here. Okay, so we are getting three cases till now. After that, what is given? There is one box between H and E, which is an odd numbered box. So E is an odd numbered box here. So you can see in the first case, that is, let's say this is case 1, this is case 2, this is case 3. Okay, so there is one box between H and E. E is an odd numbered box. You can see if you take E on the 7th position, you will not be able to place your H because we already have your G and F. Not possible. Similarly, let's say you cannot take 5 here, you will not take 3 also, you cannot take 1. That means now the first case becomes invalid, okay, because you will not be able to place your H and E in the first one. अब second case में देखो, where should we have your H? 9 is already taken. 7 not possible again, because if you place your H here, E here, then you will not be able to place your H. 5 is already taken. 3 में place कर सकते हो because E has to be a odd numbered box, so E will be here in this case and H at a gap of 1 will be like this. So this is your E and H. Third वाले case में देखो, E has to be a odd numbered box, so 9 में place करो. You cannot have your H on 7, not possible. 5 में place करोगे, again you can see at a gap of 1 also we already have your G and F, not possible. 3 is already taken. 1, if you place your E, you will not be able to place your H. That means this case is also invalid. So third wala bhi invalid ho gaya. That means the only valid case is the second one now. Okay. So ab second one mein dekho aur kya bach raha hai. There are two boxes between D and I. So two boxes between D and I. You can see D and I here. 1, 2, D and I here. Okay. Ye ho gaya D and I. Neither F nor G is immediately above or below C. ठीक है, ये हो गया. Difference between H and B is less than the difference between I and B. Okay, so H and B has to be less than I and B. So let's say if we take your B here at this position, you will see that H and B's difference will always be greater, right? So you can see, let's say if we take your B at this position, the difference between H and B's box number is less than difference between I and B. So if we take B here, then we have the gap as 4. Okay, so that means B should be here and H and B and I and B. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So not possible. That means this is not valid. Okay, let's say if we take your B above. अब मान लो B को यहाँ पर लिया. So H and B is this. It has to be less than between I and B. That is also not happening in here. Okay, let's check. There is something that we have done wrong, I guess. चलो ठीक है, एक बार फिर से चेक कर लेते हैं. ठीक है, let's see. 3 boxes between G and F, you can see here. So H and B. Okay, so let's try. So 3 boxes between G and F. This is G, this is F. 3 boxes between G and F. ठीक है. G is odd numbered box above 5. That is also fine. There is one box between H and E. So there is one box between H and E. E which is odd numbered. This is also fine. One box between C and A. Chalo, one box between C and A done. 2 boxes between D and I. So you have 2 boxes between D and I here. That is also fine. Then we have neither F nor G. That is neither F nor G is adjacent to your C. So yes, it is not adjacent to C. Difference between H and B has to be less than difference between I and B. So that is not happening in here. Let's say if we take your B here. So this will be H and B, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not less than I and B. This is greater than I and B. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there is some mistake in here. Chalo. Okay, so I'll check this question out once again, guys. ठीक है, मैं इसको एक बार check कर लूँगी. Maybe there is some error in here, or maybe we have missed out a case. ठीक है, तो इसको तुम लोग भी check करना, right? Try to do it once again and see if we have missed a particular case or maybe there is some error in this question. I'll just check it and we'll discuss this once again in the next session. ठीक है, तो next session में हम फिर से इसको एक बार discuss कर लेंगे. So do not worry about it. Just check it once again. ठीक है, इसको फिर से बना के देखना. Most probably I might have missed one case in here. तो शायद एक कोई केस हमारा मिस हो गया है जिसकी वजह से दिस इज नॉट मैचिंग इन हियर, दैट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन एच एंड बी हैज टू बी लेस देन दैट बिटवीन आई एंड बी। ठीक है, तो उसको जरूर से चेक कर लेना एक बार, एंड देन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन लेट मी नो दैट व्हाट वी हैव एक्चुअली मिस्ड और व्हाट डिड यू एक्चुअली गेट इन द केस हियर। ठीक है, चलो वन मोर क्वेश्चन वी विल डू एंड देन वी विल रैप अप द सेशन। जल्दी से इसका आंसर बताइए। What should be the number of pairs that we have in aftershock which have exactly the same number of letters which we have in the English alphabetical series? ठीक है, चलो जल्दी से ट्राई करो। Aftershock is the word। चलिए जल्दी से इसको ट्राई करिए। What should be the answer here? How many pairs do we see? Chalo, let's count the pairs, right? So this question, what is the meaning of this question? This generally comes as a single question. You have to tell how many such alphabets are there which have the same number of character in this particular word between them as they have in the alphabetical series. Like let's say if we talk about A, that is the first alphabet. Do we have any pair with A here? Let's calculate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we do not have with A. With this 6, do we have anything towards the right hand side? Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No. With this 20, do we have anything? Nothing is greater than 20, so it will not have. With this 5, towards the left? No. Towards the right? 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely. So you can see one pair is E and H. So between E and H, in the alphabetical order also, you know that we have only two alphabets between them, right? That is E, F, G, H. So we have F and G between E and H. Here also we are having two alphabets only. So yes, E and H is one pair. Similarly, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yes, this is also another pair that we have, that is your E and K, right? So you can see the first pair is E and H. The next pair is E and K. Okay. After that, with this 18, do we have anything? You can see 18, 19, 20. So yes, R and T is one pair. And similarly, you can see we have R and S as another pair. So this is another pair here, that is R and S. Okay. उसके बाद और check करो. Let's see. With 19, you can see we do not have anything. With this 8, do we have anything towards the left? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No. Towards the right, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, we have 8 and 11. That is your H and K. ठीक है, H and K भी बन गया. With this 15, do we have anything? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So yes, you can see 15 and 20. That is another pair, right? So we are getting your O and T as well, right? O and T भी मिल रहा है ना? Meditation 5 is not the answer because we have already got 6. तो 6 तो मिल ही चुके हैं. So you can see O and T was one pair, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. है ना? So O and T is also a pair. Now with this C, do we have anything? 3 के बाद देखो 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No. With this 11, do we have anything? Let's check. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No. So the answer to this question I am getting as 6. Have we missed a pair? Let's count very quickly again. देख लेते कौन सा मिस हो गया. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 नहीं है. O and R. Okay, so 15, 16, 17, 18. Absolutely. So we have missed the pair, that is O and R. You know? So O and R is also a pair. So that means the answer has to be what? It has to be 7. Okay. No. Just do it. We end the alphabets at Z, right? So we do not have alphabets after Z. So let's say if the word is zebra, so do not count it like this, that this is a pair between Z and B. Between Z and B, we should have 24 characters, right? 23 characters in there. So here you can see Z के बाद counting नहीं करेंगे. Okay, we will not be counting after Z. So ZA is not a pair. Similarly, ZB, this also will not be counted as a Z. Okay. A to C backwards can be counted. Okay. So let's say if we have A, B, C, right? Let's say A, T, C. So let's say if this is the word, so yes, this will be counted in here. Similarly, if let's say it is C, T, A, this also will be counted in here. It does not matter whether A is towards the left or A is towards the right of C. If we have one character between them, it has to be counted. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this particular session, guys. Next Thursday, again, we will be having some questions related to decision making. So do not miss it out. Okay? So CKA is not counted. Yes, it's counted. CKA will be counted. Meditation. A to C will be counted. But let's say if A and Z are there, that will not be counted. After Z, we do not count. Okay, Z to A, that is not a pair. But A and C, that has to be counted. Let's say if this is CKA, so this will be counted as a pair. Similarly, AKC, this is also a pair. Okay, so it does not matter whether it is coming towards the left or towards the right. Okay, chalo. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you again with another session. Hope you enjoyed it. In case you have any doubts, feel free to talk to me on Telegram. I'll be happy to help you out with it. So thank you, guys. Please take care. Stay safe. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Thank you. आपने काउंट नहीं किया मैम. कहां पर काउंट नहीं किया? किधर काउंट नहीं किया? दिस ए एंड दिस सी. नहीं नहीं नहीं, ये ऐसे थोड़ी ना काउंट हो जाएगा. दिस इज नॉट अ सर्कल. नो मेडिटेशन. इस तरह से थोड़ी ना काउंट होगा. यहाँ पर ए और सी के बीच में कितने अल्फाबेट्स है? वी हैव 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 अल्फाबेट्स आर देयर, राइट? मेडिटेशन. सो दैट विल नॉट बी काउंटेड हियर. इसको इस तरह से काउंट मत करो. अगर सर्कल में है तो होता ना. ये तो लीनियर इक्वेशन है. दिस इज अ लीन लाइन. सो देयर आर 7 अल्फाबेट्स बिटवीन ए एंड सी, बट इट शुड हैव ओनली 1. सो इस तरह से नहीं है. ठीक है, अगर सी यहां पर होता तब हम काउंट करते. ठीक है, चलो. सो थैंक यू सो मच, गाइस. आई विल सी यू अगेन विद अनदर सेशन. अभी आपका 8 बजे एक और सेशन है, राइट? 8 PM वी हैव अनदर सेशन ऑन द बैंकिंग ग्रुप. सो चलो, आई विल सी यू इन 3 minutes नाउ. प्लीज टेक केयर, स्टे सेफ, हैव अ ग्रेट डे अहेड. प्लीज टेक केयर. बाय बाय.